Have you ever wondered about the power of the words you speak and how they can shape your life and your way of thinking? In this video, we will explore 9 phrases that a wise person, guided by the lessons of Stoicism and the captivating stories of Greek mythology, should never say. Trust me, if you manage to remove these expressions from your vocabulary, your life will take a positive turn. Get ready for a journey of learning and personal growth. Stay with me until the end. First phrase, I can't do anything about it. This is a phrase we often say when we feel overwhelmed by circumstances. However, a wise and stoic person knows that there is always something they can do to influence their situation. Think of Prometheus in Greek mythology, the titan who stole fire from the gods to give it to humanity. Despite being aware of the possible consequences, he acted for the common good, demonstrating that courageous actions can change the course of history. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, taught, men are disturbed not by things, but by the opinion they have of them. This means that it is not external events that define us, but how we choose to react to them. When we say, I can't do anything about it, we are surrendering our personal power to circumstances. A wise person reflects on what is within their control and acts accordingly. Even in the most challenging situations, there is always a small step we can take to improve or adapt. For example, imagine facing a demanding work challenge. Instead of giving in to the idea that nothing can be done, ask yourself, what solutions can I find? Who can help me? How can I approach this problem differently? This proactive approach not only helps solve the situation, but also strengthens your ability to face future challenges with confidence. Second phrase, it's not fair. This expression reflects a sense of injustice and often leads to feelings of resentment and frustration. In Greek mythology, Electra lost her father Agamemnon due to family betrayal. Instead of lamenting the injustice suffered, she committed herself to restoring her family's honor, acting with determination and courage. Seneca reminds us, life is like a play. It's not the length, but how it's acted that matters. This teaches us that we cannot control everything that happens, but we can control how we react. When we say it's not fair, we focus our energy on something we cannot change. A wise person accepts that injustice exists, but chooses to focus on how to improve the situation or draw a lesson for their personal growth. This attitude allows us to transform difficulties into opportunities for development. Third phrase, I don't have time. The lack of time is one of the most common excuses we use to avoid responsibility or justify procrastination. Yet, we all have the same 24 hours a day. Atalanta, a heroine of Greek mythology, was known for her speed and determination. Despite the social pressures that urged her to marry, she chose to dedicate her time to her passions and goals. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "It's not that we have little time, but that we waste a lot of it." This highlights the importance of how we manage our time. When we say, I don't have time, it often means that we are not prioritizing the right things. A wise person carefully examines how they spend their days, identifying activities that do not contribute to their well-being or goals. By reducing time spent on these activities, we can free up space for what is truly important. For example, limiting time on social media or in front of the television can allow you to spend more time with family, friends, or personal development. Fourth phrase, it's impossible. Saying it's impossible is like placing an insurmountable limit on our abilities. In Greek mythology, many believed that Hercules could not complete the 12 labors assigned to him. Yet, through strength, cunning, and perseverance, he succeeded, becoming one of the most celebrated heroes in history. Epictetus stated, "We should not fear death, but fear never having started to live." This invites us to challenge our limiting beliefs. When we say it's impossible, we often project our fears and insecurities. A wise person asks, how can I make the impossible possible? This mindset opens the mind to new solutions and possibilities. For example, If you want to change careers but think it's impossible due to age or lack of experience, you could start training in a new field, volunteering, or finding a mentor. Every small step brings you closer to your goal. Fifth phrase, I don't need anyone. The idea of being completely self-sufficient may seem admirable, but it often leads to isolation. In mythology, Jason would have failed in the quest for the Golden Fleece without the help of the Argonauts and Medea. Collaboration and mutual support were essential to the success of the mission. Seneca reminds us, we are waves of the same sea, leaves of the same tree, flowers of the same garden. This emphasizes the interconnectedness of human beings. When we say I don't need anyone, we deprive ourselves of the support, friendship, and different perspectives that others can offer. A wise person recognizes the value of relationships and knows that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. For example, collaborating with colleagues on a project can lead to innovative ideas and better results compared to working alone. Moreover, sharing your challenges with friends and family can relieve stress and strengthen bonds. Sixth phrase, I will never change. Resisting change can prevent us from growing and adapting to new circumstances. In Greek mythology, Daphne transformed into a laurel tree to escape Apollo, accepting a radical change to protect her freedom. Heraclitus argued, no man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river, and he is not the same man. Change is inevitable, and embracing it can enrich our lives. Saying I will never change limits our opportunities for development. A wise person is open to learning and evolving, recognizing that change can bring new opportunities, and that adapting is essential for success and happiness. For example, learning new skills or adopting new habits can improve your career and personal well-being. Being flexible allows you to face challenges with creativity and resilience. Seventh phrase, I don't care. Indifference can be a barrier to connection and personal fulfillment. In mythology, Antigone defied the king's laws to give her brother a proper burial, showing deep compassion and a sense of justice. Marcus Aurelius wrote, what is not good for the hive is not good for the bee. This underscores the importance of individual contribution to the common good. When we say I don't care, we distance ourselves from people and situations that could enrich our lives. A wise person practices empathy, recognizing that caring for others and the world around us brings meaning and satisfaction. For example, engaging in volunteer activities or simply being present for a friend in need can have a positive impact on both others and yourself. Eighth phrase, I will never be happy. This phrase reflects a pessimistic mindset that can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. In Greek mythology, Persephone was abducted by Hades and taken to the underworld. Despite the situation, she managed to find a balance between the world of the living and the dead, becoming queen of the underworld and accepting her new role. Seneca taught, happiness is enjoying the present without anxious dependence on the future. This reminds us that happiness is a state of mind, not an external condition. When we say, I will never be happy, we prevent ourselves from recognizing the joys present in our lives. A wise person practices gratitude, appreciating the small things and finding happiness in the present moment. For example, taking time each day to reflect on what you're grateful for can improve your mood and overall well-being. Ninth phrase, I have no choice. Feeling trapped can be paralyzing. In mythology, Oedipus believed he had no choice in his destiny, but it was his actions that led him to fulfill the prophecy. Epictetus reminds us, men are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. This emphasizes that we always have a choice in how we interpret and react to situations. When we say, I have no choice, we give up our decision-making power. A wise person recognizes that, even in the most difficult circumstances, there is always an option. This may mean changing perspective, finding creative solutions, or accepting the situation with serenity. For example, if you are in a job that does not fulfill you, you might explore new opportunities, acquire new skills, or find ways to make your current role more rewarding. The words we choose to say have a profound impact on our lives and mindset. By avoiding these limiting phrases and embracing a Stoic perspective inspired by the wisdom of Greek mythology, we can transform our lives in meaningful ways. Remember Socrates' words, "An unexamined life is not worth living." By reflecting on our words and actions, we can grow, evolve, and live more authentically and fulfilling lives. Next time you find yourself saying one of these phrases, pause and consider how you might reframe your thinking. Embrace challenges as opportunities, accept change as a natural part of life, and don't be afraid to connect with others. If you found this video helpful, I invite you to like and subscribe to our channel to avoid missing future content. Share it with someone who could benefit from it. Continue your journey towards wisdom and personal growth. Thank you for spending this time with me, and see you in the next video.